guys have been quite a few practices, whether it's between the 20s, red zone, low red zone, done a heck of a job suffocating the passing game. You guys, is it a mandate almost every day? Go out and compete and win against the offense?
For sure. That's just in the back of our DB's mind and what we're trying to build in that back end. And holding guys accountable, really go out there competing, having fun, playing at a high level, trying to get your hands on as much balls as possible, and really just go out there playing for your brother next to you. So we're trying to build something special. So that's what we're doing every day, going out there and challenging. And that's our job. That's what we do it for.
With the new additions, does it feel like the pieces in the secondary fit better maybe than they did last year?
For sure, and guys going to year two in the system and stuff. So everybody's collectively putting their all in and their hands on deck. So I feel like the pieces that we had are excellent for the guys that we trust in the locker room and guys we trust in the unit. So we're meshing and gelling very well. So I'm eager to see what we got today with the pads on, and I think we'll have fun.
There's been a lot of talk about this secondary being more aggressive on the loose defense this year. What does that mean to you when you hear those words or hear Lou talking about we're going to be more aggressive to the ball? What does that mean to you and Jessie?
He's letting us play, letting us go out there, have fun playing loose, and don't even think. So when we act fast and we react fast and just play fast and see our keys, we'll go out there and make plays, make something happen.
How big a difference is it when you get pads on, you're allowed to use your hands, allowed to put your hands on receivers and reroute them and all that sort of thing? Kind of a different game there.
It is a big deal. You get them off their spot, and you get to use your hands. And sometimes when you're trying to punch out the ball and get a PBU, it can bounce off their shoulder pads. So it's going to be a difference. So we'll go out there and see when we go out here and fly around and make plays.
How encouraging was it for the defense and yesterday for reception?
Oh, it's very encouraging. We always want to end out on top. And we always want to end up with the ball in our hands and having a takeaway. And Jermaine Pratt did a great job. And guys, you just seen the energy coming off the sidelines. Everybody's happy for one another, and that's what you love to see.
I don't know if it's because we weren't as close to y'all last year, or if it's really a thing. It seems like there's maybe a little more trash talk and hearing more from the defense this year. Is it different? Is there more of an attitude to that, or is that something that I'm just making up in my head?
You're right. When you start making plays on the ball and really finding around having fun, it breeds that confidence. And that's what you want to have on defense, have that swagger. And that's what we're creating. And you're starting to see it more and more day in and day out. And we just got to keep on building upon that into the season.
Is that something that you can try to cultivate? And lead a little bit because you feel like that it does make people play better? Or?
I guess so. You're pushing guys to the edge, and you're going to see how guys respond and how they respond to adversity. And, we do this game, and we play this game, and we love it. It's a challenge game we're playing by grown men, so we got to go out here and cherish every opportunity we get, and that's what we remind each other.
But does that extra fire come from all the attention that these guys have gotten, Chase and T and this offense and all that talk? Does that have anything to do with this?
A little bit, but not really. We're going out there and do our job. They're our teammates at the end of the day. But we're happy for one another, but, we want to get each other better. Iron sharp as iron, and that's what we're out there competing for.
You're going to make a lot of plays in pass coverage. Is there anything you've done over the offseason to take another step in pass coverage?
Yeah, I looked at every one of my clips I was in coverage, and I really honed it upon myself and get better. And, that sticks in my mind every day. And go out there with a purpose and not letting my guys down, and just really go out there and be the best version of myself so I could be effective on this team.
What did you learn from those clips?
Oh, man, just my man coverage, how I wanted stepping at 45 or kick step when I was crossing over, how we can swipe by the top of the route with Andrews, and it's really just having that compartmentalizing that, and it's really going to use my technique at home and in. So, locked in.
Talk about year number 2 with Jessie Bates. Really having the first year with you. 1, have you gotten to get up early and work out with you yet? And 2, how are you guys meshing even more this year?
Yeah, man, it's like it's becoming a brotherhood. My first year I felt like a stranger. I was odd out the bunch, but we're gelling together, we're meshing together, we're on the same sync, we're syncing, especially with the back end guys. We think alike with the formations, with the down and distance. So we're gelling together very nicely, playing at a high level, trying to feed off one another and trying to make as much plays as we can. No, he haven't got up yet, but we're gonna wait for the season. We're gonna wait for the season, so because we're on different schedules right now, but so we're gonna see what happens.
Vonn, what's the biggest difference for you coming in last year, coming into a new place, they vote you captain? What's been what has happened since then for you personally? Why are you Seems like you're getting on every other ball here.
Really getting comfortable within the scheme. You know, I come from a whole different scheme from New Orleans to here. And really the terminology and everything. So really just meshing with the guys in the system, digesting it and knowing the ins and outs and what my help is and how we can have shortcuts in certain coverages and stuff like that. So it's really the scheme, really diving in deep and really the ins and outs of the coverage, like I said, and really picking the coach's brains and other guys around the league brains and just asking why they see it this way and how I could make it easy for the back end guys. So.
Rob was saying when you went back and watched the tape yesterday, you were probably going to be, you wish you had cut the ball, right? You wish you had cut those two balls, right?
Man, yeah. You know, I put on the missed opportunity of a big play, put it on the board, you know. Got to pay my debt.
Was there any more conflict last year that you watched? You know, you talked about looking at the half coverage. Was there any one play that maybe kind of got at you?
Really all the ones against Andrew. The one on Ingram. Pretty much, well, I gave it 4. So really all my man coverages when I have the opportunity to be in man. And really zone coverages too. How can I get my eyes back, reading the formations and stuff like that so I don't have to take the thinking out of it and really just go out there and react and play with the offense give me.
Was that both games?
It was both games, yeah. Home and away, yeah. Yep. Third down. Both third down.
Are you pleased with how the communication has been on the back end? I mean, guys coming from different teams, so there's only so many coverages that they call terminology-wise. A lot of you guys cut through that. It seems like your communication is pretty damn good back there quickly.
For sure, especially in the meeting room, we just simplify everything for everybody. Make sure there's no gray area and make sure everybody on the same accord. So we go out there and play fast. So that's what we really did, and everybody bought in, and that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.
There's been a lot of chatter about y'all receivers coming into the season. How does that kind of give you all an extra edge and kind of give you all a little extra oomph going into practice throughout training camp?
It's a challenge, because you're going to see a lot of high-end offenses. So it's a challenge for us to use that to get better because you're going to see the Chiefs one week, and, they got speed everywhere. So we got speed, too, over here. So why don't we just challenge ourselves and get better each day and go against the guys that we have because they're top-notch, too, in this league. And they're going to show it on Sunday. So we take it upon it competition-wise, yes, for sure. They're going to make us better.
How real of a thing is, you hear that a lot with teams of other units that are really good and kind of on opposite sides. How real of a thing is that does make you better, does prep you for good teams on Sundays?
Well, it's just being a competitor just breed into you. You want to play those guys. You want to be in the big-time light, and you want to be in the big-time moment and make that play for your guys. And so it should eat at you to go out there and be eager to make a play and get your books and study how you can make a play. So that's what kind of guys we got in the room. So I'm happy to see that.
With so many guys on this defense coming from different backgrounds of the teams before they came here to Cincinnati, how is that beneficial to what you guys are trying to put together this year?
At the end of the day, we all got one common goal: is win. That's what we came here for: is to win and build a championship caliber defense. And that's all the guys that we have in that unit room, that defensive unit room, is one goal: is winning. At the end of the day. Everybody got different backgrounds. Everybody got different coaches where they come from. But at the end of the day, it's the number one goal is winning. And that's what everybody got in mind.
Tia's talked about the goal of his is 1,000 yards, get across that barrier. You as a defensive back, goals for number of interceptions?
For sure. You try to get as much hands on the ball as possible. Make as many plays, splash plays as possible. We don't put a number on it. Just go out there and just keep on doing it and week in and week out and just staying consistent. That's the biggest thing. Staying consistent in this league, week in and week out.
What's the biggest difference the defense as a whole can take a step forward this year?
I feel like we're close. It's a close-knit group. I really feel that. I feel like it's a family, and I feel like we hold each other accountable. And nobody really takes that like personal. If somebody get on somebody, it's not like, oh, you taking a shot at me. No, I could take coaching now. And I really feel like we took that step in that right direction. And that's what make you want to go out there and play. Play the game right and play for the guy next to you.
Can a defense be great without having swagger or without talking trash all the time or is that something that's for defense necessary to play like that and be wanting to put in the other team's face a little bit?
I think you have to have a swagger. Not everybody don't talk trash. Sometimes they let their play do the talking. But you gotta have a swagger about yourself and how you go about things and really show the offense like I'm here. Like try me if you want to, but You're not gonna have the best result. I'm gonna have the best result. I'm gonna end up on top. So you gotta have that swagger and go out there and just be you. And that's be you is good enough. And just find that 1% each day and get better. So you gotta have a little swagger too.
When did you develop that? Was that something you had since, Pee Wee time where you were out talking trash in the Pee Wee field, or like, is that something that came over time?
Man, people, you didn't know what you was talking about there, but I think it grew over, junior high to high school to college, and you just keep on growing within yourself. Then you just start saying, "Oh man, I could do that." You go take chances. Then you start being successful. You be like, "Okay, now the confidence breeds," and so yeah, it grew over time.
This is a really engaged fan base, especially when it comes to playing the team in black and gold. After that hit on Juju last year, what has kind of been the response from fans to you since that hit?
I don't know. I kind of like block out everything. Like, I don't know. I just like, I'm on to the next. Like, I'm trying to make more plays. I'm trying to get more hands on ball, make more big hits, make more memories with my guys. So I feel like they accepted me back, I guess, leaving from Ohio, going to Ohio State, and getting drafted by New Orleans. And it's like a welcome back kind of. But I don't know. I never really thought about it that way, but, everybody talk about it. But I'm like, what's the next play? What can I do next? Like,
Did Hilton bring anything? Did Hilton bring anything Did Hilton bring some over that Pittsburgh has been besides that shot, which I wanted to ask you about? Did he bring any kind of a certain edge from Pittsburgh?
He did. He'd been around successful teams, and he knows what successful ball looks like, and that's what he brings. Very smart, intelligent, got a knack for the football, knack for the game. He got a feel. And he just heady in his game. So that's what he said when he first got here, man. He trying to turn this thing around and he's trying to do anything in his power to do that, So, and he said, I'm riding with y'all. And you just felt the genuineness of him. And when he said that, so when a guy's standing up in front of the room and says that, hey, man, you got to take that. Hey, man, he's real about his stuff. He's real about his business and how he go about things. So you got to respect him for that. And you want to play harder for that guy.
I guess that's swag, right? So,
for sure. He let you know what's going on right now, day one. And he's not going to take nothing less from that. It's all about work.
Hey, Vonn, is there a young guy on this defense that you think is poised to really surprise people and break out this year?
Still early, first day at pass. I guess if we talk another time, I'll let you know. But, really, how Logan is going about things right now. He's really taking it upon himself, putting a big role in that Mike position. And how poised he is right now. He's just going to keep on growing into the game and to himself. So I'm very happy about how his progression is going. So I want to keep on going.
Sticking with the young
Just
guys.
a couple more, please.
Sticking with the young guys, what are your early impressions of Jamar Chase?
Oh, yeah. He's going to be special now. When he start learning the other defenses, what they give to him and how they align to him, how they go attack him. But for sure, right now, he got a lot of upside, and I'm happy to see where he goes.
What do you think about Jermaine Pratt?
G, it's my guy, man. You seen what he picked yesterday. Always talking to me, always communicating. Man, he's going to be one of the first ones to the ball, play with a lot of energy, and I'm happy to see his progression, and I'm happy to see where he goes during the season.
You were teammates with Trey Henderson for back in New Orleans.
Yeah.
What was it like for you to see him kind of go off and kind of have an 18 year for him to have that big sack here last year?
I'm very happy for him, man. And because I seen him just going day in and day out at training camp there. And, one of those guys, you're like, man, who this guy? Man, he always sacking the quarterback. I was like, man, it's Trey. He just had a high motor, workhorse, and he going to give you all you got. And that's what we need on this team, and that's what we need on Sundays.
Have you asked about the difference in that? The bulk of his career sacks came last year. Have you asked about that difference and what it was that had maybe flipped from what y'all saw in training camp to what we saw on Sundays last year?
Oh, it was just opportunity. Opportunity, because that D-line, they was loaded now. They was loaded, and they was rotating. So it was hard to get his foot on the gas pedal. So when he had the opportunity, he took advantage of it. And that's what he did, and that's what he became.
At this stage of your career, what do you do best in your opinion? What do you think you need to work on?
Oh, for like second nature, it's like next to the line of scrimmage for sure. But I think I didn't get that because I come from Old State. I was back a lot. And working on coverage, like for sure. But I'm confident in myself. I go out there and cover anybody. And I feel like I'm the most versatile guy in the NFL. So we'll see what happens.
You were brought in to change the culture.
Yeah.
You know, bring the winning ways from New Orleans. And when you look at last year to this year, how pleased are you with the shift? Because it is moving in the right direction.
It is because guys bought in. That's what we was talking about earlier. You know, you could talk to a Coach Oprah guy and he don't take it personally. And that was the biggest thing from last year. Everything was personal. Everybody's pointing the finger, but no, it's upon us now. And we really drive this thing coming in and day out and going to work every day. And it starts in the weight room, starts in the film room, and it starts on the field. And just keep on doing that consistently, you'll get the outcome that you want.
Thank you.